I'm David. This is Josh.
Hello.
And along with our friend Cody, who will be in future videos, we hope, if he doesn't come up missing or we don't make him go missing. This is not evidence. That was a joke. So
this is the state where Wrong Turn was recorded.
All right. So we want to do a series. Well, first of all, we're new to YouTube. We're also doing some game development. So what game now is the company, the brand, the whatever we're going to decide that it is eventually.
A statement.
A statement.
A statement.
Right. So basically we're doing some of our YouTube content. It's going to be our first series. It's going to be a Warmachine Escalation series is what we're going to call it. So, as you see here, we have a 2-player battle box for Warmachine. And later on, we're going to split this up, open it up, split it up, and talk about what's in it. But then from there, we will go with starting some small games with what's in the box.
Yep. And
then we'll add some units to that as we go along and build a little bit bigger army until we build up to a 75 point, I believe that's the thing. That's the right point. 75 point full army, and actually have some bigger battles. But also through that, we're going to paint all the models. We're not going to be like our normal hobby selves and buy a bunch of stuff that we never paint and then buy more.
It's both relaxing and very frustrating.
We're going to paint these as we go, so you'll be able to see through each video the status of painting. So we're going to show my painting side as a separate video series, his painting side as a separate video series, because we both have different styles of painting, I'm sure. But it's, most importantly, we're not experts in any of it. We've been playing games for longer than we can remember, right? But I wouldn't consider any of us an expert in most of the stuff that we're going to be doing in the channel. So it's just gamers playing the games, learning new games, playing some of the games that we actually play on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And just having fun with it, man. That's what's important. So the production will get better and better as we go. But we're starting with what we have, and we're going to go from there. So we hope you enjoy all the things that we're going to do, especially this series, which will be the Warmachine Escalation series. Is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to leveling your army on the build.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's move on to the unboxing section so we can show what comes in this box and what we're going to start with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. As we talked about before, this is where we're going to show you what's in the box, and we're going to go ahead and choose which faction, who's going to get what. Really and truthfully, it's already chosen because he has some pieces already for the one army. So we're just going to open it up and see what's in it and kind of distribute the pieces. Now, as I said before, we're going to go ahead and split this up, and then we're going to have a whole series of painting. Let's get this out of the way.
Yep.
Of painting and tutorial missions, so it becomes a learn to play and a paint kind of thing. Our paints will be more separate things where he'll paint and do some recording, and I'll paint and do some recording, and we'll just kind of post those up on the YouTube. But this is a 2-player battle box for Warmachine. Brand new, as you saw. So let me go ahead and show the side of it real quick before we open it. So as you can see, it's got the Cygnar and the Cryx. That's what I call them. Whatever the actual name pronunciation is, I really don't care. So we have a number of models for each, and we're going to start with this as our way of introduction for both of us to play. We haven't played the game, really. I mean, I've played a few games with Nick, one of our guys that we know, but I don't think that Josh has played any, right?
No, I have not played a single game.
Alright, so it'll gotta be fun, us learning. So that's why we're going to do the training missions in order to, for both of us to learn how to play properly. So neither one of us are experts on this. So, and this box, I will say, it's very well put together. Just going to set that to the side. So we have, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So inside the box we have our cards for each of the models. So our character cards, if you want to say. And also there's a folding obstacle. We'll be using some terrain that we have laying around the game room. So, but we have that. And inside here is going to be cards for each of the miniatures, and that's in the box. We won't go too in depth as to what they say, but we'll fan them out real quick so you can see them. So just a number of different things. Your Lancer there, Firefly. So everything, all the cards there. There's your foldable terrain piece. It's one of my favorite things. Also in here we got an introductory guide to the Cryx and an introductory guide to Cygnar. They have some little story time stuff there, a little lore, a little fluff. So, that we'll both be reading those.
Yep.
Kind of get up on our thing. So I'm going to hand this out as we go. So there's your Cygnar. Since he already has some Cygnar pieces, he automatically gets the Cygnar. And you have a little rules digest. When it comes to the cards and the rules stuff, you're probably, I don't know how out of date these might be, but they'll get you going, and then you might want to look up some of that online. For the cards, they also have the app that Privateer Press puts out, the War Room 2 app, I believe is what it's called right now. And that allows you to get cards. Now basically you kind of buy your faction, and then it's not very expensive, and then you can it'll keep the cards updated for you automatically. Because a lot of the pieces now, they don't even include cards. They just have, you just go to the War Room app and do it. We have a map here, which we might use. I'm not going to open it all the way, but you can see, maybe I will.
Yeah.
It's not that big. It's for starter games, so it's not like the full battlefield size, but it's double-sided. So, little map there to play on. I'll fold that. I'll set that to the side. We don't want to drag the video out with that. Get a little ruler. Folds out. Most of you who have played miniatures games before will have the tape measure, but it's a nice little flexible ruler. This is a little starter scenario thing with a nice picture on it. You could frame that, put it up in the studio.
Yep.
So it just goes to a little starter scenario. So you're not just playing to kill each other. Alright, so this is what we're going to be going through on the training portion. Like we talked about the missions we're going to start with. And this, we're going to kind of go through this. As you can see, it's not really missions per se. It's kind of how to learn, but it builds up to the game. So it'll show you movement, your terrain and movement, ranged combat, those types of things. Concealment. So we'll kind of go through that in our next video together. And then as you get to the back end of it, there's like a basic duel, and stuff like that. So we'll go through those and kind of get an idea of how the game's played. And then we'll play some scenarios in order to really get into the game. Alright, so what's left in the box are these pretty little packages of parts. They're hard to see through the plastic on camera, so I'll pull them open. Some of the Cryx parts, as you can see, there's body parts for the jacks and stuff, your bases, like so. There's even some tokens in here.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Check your Wi-Fi network connection by going to settings.
Okay, so we're not going to cut that out because somebody didn't turn off their iPad.
Shut up, Alexa. Nobody cares about you anymore, Alexa.
It's Siri.
No, that was my Alexa.
Was it Alexa?
Yeah, that was my Alexa over there.
Oh, okay. Alexa had to put her 2 cents in. So
apparently we're not connected.
all right. So anyway, we have, he's not connected to my Wi-Fi. So we just have pieces to the different parts, and it comes with a pack of dudes. We're going to go ahead and split these up now because those are Cygnar. And they're nice and color-coded.
Yeah.
You see they're like green. They're going to greenish black color for the Cygnar, or for the Cryx, and then blue for the thing. So it makes it easier for us to part these up, separate these up. So he's
They
got
give you feet pads in this?
a lot of blue. So this is his pile of Cygnar stuff, and we'll split these up. Like I said, these are tokens that they give us because it's a starter box. So a good starter box should give you those things, tokens. We have a set of dice. The only thing that, I don't know about you, but I prefer when people, game companies, and I've seen some of them do it, I prefer when they put things in Ziploc baggies like that.
Yeah.
So, and it can't be that much more expensive. You know what I mean? I mean, overall, when you think about the number of units sold or whatever, yeah, probably. But Ziploc baggies, please. So any of those game companies out there who aren't watching this video, Ziploc baggies, please. We really like Ziploc baggies. So you get some black dice. You want to put some of those out there you're playing with. I think they should be able to see your hands anyway. But.
Yeah.
So we're just playing around with stuff. We're gamers just like everybody who watches this. So except for those friends and family who are watching just to see what we're doing and talking about. But you get some nice tokens for spell tokens and your tokens there. Like I said, not an expert on the game, but the tokens for your, oh crap, what do they call it? Your influence type things. The power that you give from your Warcaster to your Jacks and stuff like that. So there's lots of cool pieces in there. And I think that's all that's in the box. So
yep,
we'll go ahead and lay some of this out around here so you can kind of get an idea of what came in the box. We got your little starter thing there. We got your rule book. Go ahead and put your Cryx, your Cygnar thing over there.
Don't insult me and the mighty Cygnars.
And your cards. Some Cygnar ones there. So your cards as well. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I think the retail on it, and it'll probably change over time, but I think the retail on this is like $89.99 or something like that.
Something around there.
80-90 bucks. Comes with a lot of plastic to build. I will say that my experience with, because I do have a Retribution starter set that I bought, your super glue is going to be what you need to use on these. Don't try to use plastic glue.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes well together because this is more of a, I don't want to say resin, but it's some weird alien polymer. That's what we'll call it. So, but just to reiterate, we're going to go take these pieces, get them built. We'll probably give an update video once we have it all built. And that next video, once we have them built, will be starting the training session and our first little mini game. So, all right, so we'll move this in so we can kind of get a better picture of everything. I think that should all be there. And it's a very expensive Games Workshop knife. I only have it because I own the store. Because I will tell you what, it's got weight to it and it works really well, but I actually was cutting with this and cut straight through a base down the side into my finger. It's sharp. So, all right. Anything else you want to add?
No. It should be a fun game, and hopefully, this isn't as hard to put together as the last Cygnar pack that I bought. That took me 4 hours to glue.
Yeah, that brings me to another point.
There are not instructions.
Instructions don't normally come with these models. I guess they think that you're going to be able to put them together, but they do have them available on their website. So if you need instructions, go to the Warmachine or Privateer Press site and you should be able to find them there. I'll try to include a link to the build instructions in the video. And any other little things that I can think of that might be helpful. But the next time you see us with this series, it's going to be, learn to play and playtime.
Yep.
All right. So, as we wrap this up, I'm David. This is Josh, and along with our friend Cody, who isn't here today but will be in some future videos. Hopefully you have fun with Warmachine and continue to ask the question after, what game now?